This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
So Frank, the other day, I don't know if you got to see it, but I posted on Facebook a video with just the sound turned up of the wind in our door out on the high plains, and I swear it was all Dr. Jake and I could do to hear each other above the wind, and it was like vibrating the door, and the sound was like aliens. I mean, it was just coming from the right angle, and there's a storm door, and this is a 1910, 16 farmhouse, so this is a 19-something door, a substantial door. This is not just some flimsy door, and it was just trembling like this in the wind. So that inspired this next segment.
Well, you know, March, that's when you get out the kites and fly them and all that, except in a gale force wind.
I'm telling you, Jake was talking about that kite weather, and I'm like, man, you'd be in Nebraska by now or somewhere, you know, St. Louis or someplace if you tried to fly a kite in some of the winds we've had this spring.
Well, the first part of the month, you know, because I'm on Ren Radio, renradio.net. Anyway, the forecast day after day after day was red flag warning, and you know we'd have wind gusts to 45 miles an hour.
70 miles an hour in western Kansas.
Yeah, in western. Well, yeah, there's nothing to stop it out there.
Really, like one of the legislators used to tell me, nothing between us and the North Pole but a barbed wire fence, and it's down half the time. So, yeah, it's been crazy.
That's pretty good. So, anyway, let's hear about the wind.
The March wind screams around us like a keening banshee. It wails through the night and shoves the sun toward the horizon in the morning. It seemingly scatters the stars. The dust in the barnyard obscures the horses, and even the cats scurry to hide. It is obvious why March was named for the Roman god of war. Nature is at war with itself. Heating, cooling, air, earth, and water. None is yet in sync as spring is wrested from the grasp of winter. The March wind blows rain, snow, and petals of flowers brave enough to burst through one of the warm spells. Nothing is spared the wind's wrath. On the high plains, roads are closed. It is safer than risking a semi's flipping over. Even hardened ranchers, accustomed to the extremes of weather, put off chores to another day in the face of the March wind. Horses become nervous. Their nostrils flare. Their ears are pointed. They become jumpy. The cows simply hunker down, clinging to the pasture to keep from blowing into the fence. They dig in their hooves. The red-tailed hawk is suspended, trying as he might to fly to another field. He eventually gives up, turns, and is swept away. March wind is like the stern schoolmaster hovering above your desk. You will change. You will. I will make you change. Yes, the March wind changes everything in its path. It rearranges the landscape. Bent, broken, rearranged. It is an endurance test, challenging us to prove we deserve to see spring. It is the ultimate spring cleaning, sweeping every loose thing from sight. If your house is not pulled from its foundation, I promise the world will look very different in the morning. We'll be back from the Statehouse next week. In the meantime, I'm Deb.
I'm Frank, and we'll see you somewhere
around Kansas.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.
Hand-churned homemade ice cream. Let me tell you, Kansas is more than tornadoes. We're the best